Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're looking at something we all do, probably every single week, but honestly, we rarely think twice about it. You pull up, grab the nozzle, and fill up the tank. It feels like this completely manual, totally mundane chore, right? But right beneath your feet and inside those metal dispensers is a massive, highly sophisticated digital world. Today, we're uncovering exactly how petrol pumps use technology. We're talking about the hidden information and communication technology, or ICT, that literally orchestrates the modern gas station. I mean, really think about this for a second. What actually happens when you swipe your card at the pump? We totally take for granted that fuel just flows and our bank gets charged, hopefully without getting that dreaded see cashier error. But that simple little swipe triggers a massive feat of automation in petrol pumps. It sets off this incredibly complex chain reaction of data encryption, hardware authorization, and real-time inventory management. It's actually amazing.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here is our roadmap for today. 1. The digital gas station. 2. Securing the payment. 3. Controlling the pump. 4. Underground tank intelligence. And 5. Power of the cloud.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the digital gas station, the unseen brain.
So before modern ICT, managing a gas station was, quite frankly, a chaotic mess. It involved literal dipsticks and paper logs that were completely prone to human error. But today, that entire operation is handled by highly advanced digital systems in fuel management. Specifically, a fuel pump management system. This is an integrated solution that combines hardware and software to monitor, control, and report on fuel consumption. And whether you're managing a small private depot or a massive, bustling public truck stop, this system is constantly, relentlessly aggregating data. There's a quote from our sources that I absolutely love. It says, "It serves as the digital immune system of the gas station, assisting with all the necessary tasks to maintain smooth operations." If you want fuel monitoring systems explained simply, just think of it as a highly intelligent assistant that never ever sleeps. It's verifying payments, checking for leaks, and basically ensuring the station is perfectly ready to serve you smoothly and safely at any hour of the day. Moving on to Section 2, securing the payment, the data journey. Let's actually track the micro-level journey of your transaction. Let's see how this builds. The split second you insert your card, the reader instantly bundles your sensitive information into a data packet. And for obvious reasons, this packet is immediately encrypted for security. Then, utilizing standard protocols like TCP/IP over the station's local network, that encrypted packet is fired off to a router. The router then blasts that packet to an external payment gateway, which verifies your funds and shoots an encrypted approval right back to the pump. Boom, just like that. Now, of course, this process isn't just for physical plastic cards anymore, right? We're all increasingly using our smartphones with Apple Pay or Google Pay, which use NFC or near-field communication technology to exchange data with the terminal. But you know what's really fascinating? Whether it's an RFID tag, an NFC tap from your watch, or an old-school chip insert, the underlying communication protocol routing that encrypted data packet to the payment gateway remains exactly the same.
All right, let's get into Section 3, controlling the pump, hardware meets software.
Okay, so the payment is approved. This is exactly where the digital world explicitly commands the physical hardware out on the forecourt. The very millisecond that gateway authorization is received, the physical fuel dispenser integrates seamlessly with the POS systems in fuel stations. The point-of-sale terminal instantly commands the dispenser to activate. Until that happens, the nozzle is completely dead and locked. It literally won't do a thing until the software explicitly tells it to wake up.
And during the active pumping phase, the system effectively acts like a highly precise robotic arm. It oversees the pumps to make absolutely sure they stop dispensing at the exact quantity you paid for. But here's the cool part. It's doing double duty. Simultaneously, it is deducting that exact precise volume of dispensed fuel from the station's overall inventory records in real time. This dynamic tracking is exactly what prevents a gas station from accidentally running completely out of fuel without any warning. Which brings us perfectly to Section 4, underground tank intelligence, what lies beneath. Now, what's really interesting here is, how does the system actually know how much fuel is left to begin with? Well, to understand that, we need to peel back the concrete floorboards of the gas station and explore the unseen infrastructure buried deep underground. The system relies on an automatic tank gauging console, or ATG. Devices like this Vita-root system connect directly to highly sensitive probes that are installed inside those massive underground storage tanks.
When we're talking about the incredible benefits of ICT in petrol pump operations, ATG systems provide absolutely massive advantages. First off, they completely eliminate the need for that time-consuming and super inaccurate manual dipping with a stick. But far more importantly, they provide crucial environmental protection. They run static and statistical precision tests to detect microscopic leaks. They can even detect if groundwater has somehow seeped into the fuel supply. And all of this feeds into what's called automatic wet stock reconciliation, which instantly identifies if the amount of fuel sold actually matches the amount of fuel missing from the tank. It stops theft and leakage right in its tracks.
Let's zoom out a bit for Section 5, Power of the Cloud.
Finally, let's look at the macro level to see how individual stations and even massive commercial vehicle fleets connect to a global cloud-based network. Look, in commercial operations, time literally is money. Traditional methods rely on heavily disconnected systems and paper logs, which, let's be real, invariably get lost or covered in coffee stains. That kind of delayed reporting just inflates operational costs. But cloud-based management completely flips the script. It brings real-time data, centralized dashboards, and predictive analytics directly to fleet managers.
By moving the POS and fuel management systems to the cloud, we start to see some of the most powerful ICT applications in fuel stations. Operations are totally streamlined through remote management. Think about it. An owner can turn off a faulty pump or check their inventory from their smartphone anywhere in the world. Accuracy skyrockets because real-time synchronization minimizes human error. You get built-in disaster recovery so data is always backed up, and it even allows for fully integrated customer loyalty programs spanning across multiple locations.
A single cloud dashboard unifies absolutely everything we've discussed today. The telematics devices tracking fuel economy inside a whole fleet of trucks, the POS systems processing your transactions inside the convenience store, and those highly sensitive ATG sensors monitoring the underground tanks, they all feed their data right into this one unified digital interface. So the crucial point I want you to take away from all this is simple. The role of ICT in petrol pumps literally takes fuel management out of the dark ages. It transforms it from a totally reactive chore, where you only realize there's a problem when the tank runs completely dry or a leak reaches the surface, into a highly proactive, data-driven operational strategy. It optimizes fuel usage, it prevents fraud, and it heavily, heavily mitigates environmental risk. Which leaves us with a really fascinating thought to ponder. We've just mapped out the incredible digital ecosystem that runs today's gas stations. But as the Internet of Things rapidly expands and artificial intelligence becomes more and more integrated into industrial automation, how much further will this actually go? How will AI predictive models change how we transport fuel, route vehicle fleets, and protect our environment from leaks? The digital orchestration we see today might honestly just be the very beginning. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and definitely keep your eyes open the next time you visit the pump. Catch you next time.